Hello viewers, Gamer Inspector 4700 here. Now today I'm going to be doing a different video for you. Today I am going to be doing a review video. Let me just tell you that this is my first review video. It may come out well, it may not, I hope it does. I have watched other reviews on different games, even on this game that I'm going to review. Namely by Gerard the Completionist. I love his channel, I love watching him, what he does. I highly recommend you go check him out. But today's review is going to be on the game STARFOX Zero. I have been playing it a lot recently, and it is a really fun game. I've never played STARFOX before, and this has overall just been my favorite. It made a good impression on me. That's what it is. Anyways, I should tell you how reviews are going to work. Part 1, the story. Because let's be honest, you can have a great game if it's just good gameplay, but you can make it even better if you have a plot and a preceding storyline behind it. So I'm going to be talking about the characters, where the game takes place in, the antagonists, etc., etc. Part 2, the appearance. Does it look good or bad? Are the graphics good? Does the atmosphere feel right for where the game takes place? Is the music good? Stuff like that. Part 3, the gameplay. How do you play it? Is it fun to play? Are the mechanics difficult? What do they do? Part 4, the difficulty. Is it for the seasoned gamer? Is it for the mild, average player? Or is it for both? And finally, Part 5, the finale. This one is optional because I'm going to be going over the final level, slash stage, slash boss, slash final scene in the game. So I'll leave a number where you can just skip ahead of that. That's completely optional. I'm just going to say what my thoughts about it, what I think of it. Doesn't make it a good closure, but that's completely optional if you don't want to be spoiled. So, yeah. Now let's stop stalling and get to the review! Let's go!
For you old-timers out there who played the original StarFox 64, the story is almost exactly the same, with some differences here and there. For those unfamiliar with the story, let me summarize. Our story takes place in a galaxy known as the Lilat system, with the planet Corneria acting as the most populated area, the hub, if you will, of the galaxy. There is also a scientist named Andros who is now insane and evil, so the general of the Cornerian army, General Pepper, banishes him to the Pluto of Lilat, Venom. Some years later, General Pepper sends a mercenary team, known as StarFox, to investigate reports of weird happenings on Venom. StarFox was consisted of James McCloud, the leader, Peppy Hare, his wingman, and Pigma Dengar, a volunteer. They go to Venom, where Pigma betrays them. James sacrifices himself so Peppy can escape. Peppy then tells James' son, Fox McCloud, that his father died an honorable death. After that, he reported that Andros was amassing an army, intent on conquering Lilat. This marks the beginning of the Lilat Wars. Fast forward 5 years to present day. Lilat Wars are still happening, and to honor his father's memory, Fox McCloud brought his old StarFox team out of retirement, with some people he knows who won't stab him in the back. First off, Slippy Toad, his old dorm mate from college. Because if I were going to trust anyone, it would be my old dorm mate. Well, technically it's his old academy friend, but I'm going to say dorm mate. Also a brilliant mechanic. Next, Falco Lombardi, a hotshot flyboy who acts like a sarcastic college freshman, both in-game and as a Muppet.
Whoa! Wow! Peppy is on fire! Man, what's gotten into him?
No! There's a spider in the tank!
I put it in there.
Lastly, other than Fox, Peppy Hare, of the original StarFox, the glue that holds the team together.
Look at this mess. Were you boys raised in a barn?
And a bit of a nag.
That brings us to level 1, where Andros is mounting a full-scale attack on Corneria, which you have to stop. Think I did a terrible job explaining it? Well, no worries, because you get a free full-on prologue of what I said when you start playing, and you can watch it at any time. Also, I should mention that while the mercenary team of StarFox is working for General Pepper, there is a mercenary team working for Andros, Starwolf. made up of Andrew Alkany, Andross's annoying nephew, Leon, the lizard guy, who I honestly don't know his backstory, Pigma Dengar, originally part of StarFox but went to Starwolf after he betrayed James, and finally Wolf O'Donnell, Fox's arch-rival and leader of Starwolf. End of Part 1. Other than Pikmin 3, this game has to be one of the most beautiful games on the Wii U. I love space battles, and this game has tons of them, and the atmosphere for all the different levels fits just perfectly, along with the music. The urgency to get to General Pepper by flying through the city of Corneria, the exoticness of flying through the jungle like Fortuna, the stealthiness of seeking around the factory like Zonas, and even, props to Gerard the completionist for seeing this one, the Star Wars feel in some of the levels, such as the Death Star trench in Sector Omega, and the AT-AT takedown in the Hoth-like Fachina. Heck, you could, like he says in his video, you could put Star Wars music in it and it would work. I honestly don't have anything else to say in the appearance aspect of this game. It's beautiful and it fits the environments that the game has. End of Part 2. I'll be honest, I didn't think I would be able to play this game when I saw the TV and gamepad aiming mechanic. I thought I'd be so focused on one, I couldn't do the other, and I would fail. And that was me for like the first level or two of the game. But even though I wasn't good in the beginning of the game, I got better. You would have to constantly switch between looking at the gamepad and the TV. To clarify, the TV shows a third-person view of the R-Wing or whatever vehicle you're in, and the gamepad has a view from the cockpit and has accurate aiming. You can switch between using motion controls to aim or just using the joysticks, but I found that given time, I really like the motion controls and I use them all the time. In fact, now I don't really have as much difficulty using the motion controls. For levels, there are two main modes, what I dubbed straight speed mode, which is used for most of the level, flying straight through while shooting enemies, and officially dubbed all range mode, which is used for boss fights, being able to fly freely in a certain area while flying around the boss. And speaking of bosses, they are really well thought out design-wise and actual fight-wise. In games there are super difficult bosses, and in games there are easy bosses. In this game, the main reason most bosses are difficult is because of you trying to still understand the controls. They do take time and are a challenge at first, but I like bosses that present a challenge and don't have one-hit kill moves. But take time and patience to beat, but they are still a fun challenge. The best part is that some become easy when you figure out the controls. And if you just can't get those controls down, or if you just feel lonesome, there's a two-player co-op mode, with one person flying using the Wii U Pro Controller or the Wiimote, and the other shooting using the gamepad. It certainly makes things easier, if you have good coordination. Nevertheless, me and my younger brother had fun doing it. Before I finish Part 3, let me talk about the vehicles. First off, you have the classic StarFox R-Wing, which is fun by itself, but comes with a cool twist. Once you get far enough, make it transform into the Walker at will, making it easy to enter enclosed spaces easier. And between you and me, when I first saw it, I thought it looked like a chicken. Next is the classic Landmaster, but now it can do more than barrel rolls and hover. It can turn to the Gravmaster eventually, which can let you fly the Landmaster like an R-Wing for a certain amount of time. The Gyro Wing is more of a stealth helicopter that I picked up control-wise pretty easy. I didn't really have any difficulty with it, but a lot of people apparently did. You can send down a tiny robot named Direct Eye to primarily hack or pick up bombs or get whatever. You can also shoot at him out of his eyes, but I didn't find that out till later, and I love doing it, personally. In the training missions, there's a vehicle called the Roadmaster, but that was probably an idea they were tossing around that didn't make the final cut, but decided to put it into the bonus features of the game. Part 3 complete. This next part is going to be extremely brief, because I don't really have a lot to say. With the gamepad/TV mechanics, the boss difficulty, and just fly through some enemies, this game is a fast-paced action game, with an exception of stealth and puzzle missions on Zonas. I would label this game at least a 6 out of 8 out of 10, difficulty-wise. We are about to go into part 5, the finale, with spoilers. So if you want to skip to the final thoughts and inspection grade, go to the time labeled here. I'm sorry, it's not clickable. I'm trying to finish this vid in a few days, so I haven't found clickable links yet. Just please bear with me. Spoilers ahead. Go to this time here if you don't want to be spoiled. Near the end of Sector Omega, nearing the planet of Venom, the final encounter drawing near, and... wait, what happened? Where's Venom? The entire planet disappears, then you have to fight a boss. He is pretty easy if you don't get hit, so try and not to get hit. After that, Pepper will tell you that he knows a way to get to Venom, and to come back to Corneria. When you get there, you have to play the level again, but it's much more difficult than before. And I like it, cause it kinda is like a show me how far you got kind of level. If you weren't used to controls when you first started, and you were terrible, but now you are better and you can show how much you improved, then this will be somewhat easy. Somewhat. After fighting the Gigarilla, a boss that you might know from the Space Colony level, Andross will appear, at least in hologram form, and Fox flies into the portal alone. Once in, Pepper tells you that way back when, he and Andross developed the portals used throughout the games for peace when first created, because there is just no other ways to make peace.
Alright guys, we need to brainstorm ideas for General Pepper in order to bring peace to the Lilac system. Give me some ideas!
Oh, we can colonize Venom!
No! That's not good enough! We need a better idea, a best idea! You there, what do you got? Come on, where's that bookmark? Where's that mark? Oh, here we go! We could establish trade with other galaxies.
In order to propose said peace with the universe, the galaxies, and those lazy bums down the street, I propose we gather up all the sleep-deprived college students, inject them with caffeine, and unleash their wrath and essay-writing skills onto the diplomats of other galaxies and countries. I then propose we gather all said diplomats and put them through college and have them write essays and papers and have them get 3 hours of sleep. Therefore, we shall deteriorate their governments and they will no longer be able to function correctly and we shall win the war. Do you have a problem with said idea, sir? If so, you can bring it up with my secretary. No, sir, don't die, sir! Oh! I've been shot!
I say that we put an interdimensional portal just to keep it safe. That will bring peace.
I say we put you through an interdimensional portal to keep your family safe. And then, also, no, sir, sir, yeah, sir, this is not very professional, in the light, no, sir.
He also tells you they banished Andross to another dimension by using the portal. You then find out that Venom is a mechanized planet.
That's no moon. It's a space station. It's too big to be a space station.
After deactivating the portal shield, you have one fight with Starwolf. You know how the walkers look like chickens to me? Well, Starwolf's mechs are wolf mechs. They look like wolves. Huh. After that fight with Starwolf, you enter the other dimension down the Corridor of Illusion. You will probably have no idea where to go, and after a few failed tries, the ghost of James McCloud guides you through the right way. Once you get through, you have to battle the big head himself, Andross. From what I've heard, he is the hardest version yet, and I'll tell you how to beat him. He will be enclosed in a circular tube that spins and shoots laser beams every once in a while. After that, you get inside by looking at the gamepad and seeing glowing platforms. These mark entrances to the tube. Once inside, you will change into walker mode, and it's pretty simple from there. Shoot the hands, then shoot the inside of his mouth when both hands are gone. Hans, I said Hans. Then shoot the red thing on the back of his head. Thing is, every time you destroy a hand, you have to get out of there, because he will go into laser mode again. Shoot the back of his head enough times, and he will go down with you exiting via portal. But it's not over yet. Andross will come after you, trying to take you down with him. After a few dodges, James McCloud will distract Andross long enough for you to turn around and shoot him once more, finishing off for good, getting that mission accomplished medal. It's rather sad, really. After that, it's pretty much the same ending as STARFOX 64, from what I'm told. Flying back to Corneria, the awards ceremony, Rob telling you the Great Fox is ready, and then all running into the sunset, this time in their respective walkers. And it gets sadder from there, because right before it ends, you see a message that reads, "This game is dedicated to our wingman who fell in battle, Mr. Satoru Iwata. I, along with many others, respected you and will remember you forever." After that, you get the invoice from General Pepper, with him paying you as many fires as you took down.
Star Fox Zero is a great game, and it caught me totally by surprise to find that the controls are manageable, even fun. It's a beautiful game, and it's an epic game. Is it flawless? No. Some people don't like the controls, they hate them probably, but I really like the controls in my opinion. Before I get on with the inspection rating, let me just say, Satoru Iwata, thank you. Now here's how it's going to work, from best to worst. It's going to work, masterpiece, beyond expectations, very fun, suitable, and send it back. And unsuitable, between and send it back, sorry. So out of 8, so out of 8. So, I give this game my inspection rating of beyond expectations.